That means at that point, they were in good terms.
They were in good terms.
How could they have been in good terms after the struggle to win the election in 2018? You know, it was a struggle.
Yeah, it was a struggle.
And you said that election was a referendum on the performance
yes.
of Aregbesola. You said it in your book.
Yes, yeah, because he was the outgoing governor and he was the one promoting the APC candidate.
Wholeheartedly?
Well, with benefit of insight, I don't think it was wholehearted.
He didn't want Oyetola to win?
I wouldn't say he didn't want him to win, but he never supported his governorship ambition. From what I gathered, and from what I saw eventually.
He had his own candidate?
He had his own candidate.
Who was his SSG?
No, not even his SSG. The SSG wanted to run.
Yes.
You know, but he told some persons that...
We're talking about Adeoti here.
Yeah, Adeoti. Now, but the people around him knew that his preference was his friend, Oyolo, but he never made it obvious. So they were now struggling to ensure that the ticket remains in Osun West. So if that had happened, that is when we would have seen his true hand. But that never happened because I recall when he went to see Asiwaju and he was telling him, they said he was telling him that the candidate they want to promote, that is his chief of staff, Oyetola, was not popular. And I was told that Asiwaju told him that when we took you to Osun too, you were not popular. Go and sell him.
Oyetola was Asiwaju's candidate.
He was Asiwaju's candidate.
Asiwaju wanted Oyetola.
Even though my interaction with the workers after I had returned, some of them revealed to me that they also played a role in making Asiwaju to support Oyetola's candidature. According to them, they said from the way Oyetola handled the labor matter and from his calmness, they believe that only him could have been able to stabilize the state with what had happened. So they also reached out, to Asiwaju. It was Oyetola who went to inform Asiwaju that he wants to run.
So having endorsed Oyetola as his candidate, Aregbesola had no option but to accept.
He had no option, even though he didn't like it. He had no option.
The leader has said, this is the way we are going.
This is the way we are going. And once he was the candidate, he traveled the campaign, and he said they must not start the campaign until he returns. If you cross-check, Oyetola never had enough time to campaign.
So at this point, the signs were emerging.
The signs were emerging.
Oyetola was studying what was going on.
Of course.
He was seeing it.
He was.
Now, the agreement with Omishori, was Aregbesola part of it?
He wasn't part of it.
Why?
Well, those who spearheaded it were not best of friends with Aregbesola. The likes of Akeredolu, the likes of Fayemi. I think the only person who perhaps relates well with Aregbesola at that point was the late Ajimobi. So those were involved in that, and that is why the Aregbesola people will tell you that Omishori was brought to spite Aregbesola. They believe very strongly that they never needed an Omishori to win that by-election. And the Oyetola group were saying, look, if the mess that was created didn't happen, there was no way they would have run to Omishori.
Which mess?
The way the campaign was managed, the way the candidature was managed. But good enough, I had predicted before the election that there will not be a clear winner at the first ballot.
Did the APC steal that election from PDP? The 2018 election?
Well,
did Adeleke not win that election?
When you use the word steal, it's strong.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do know that in a political arrangement, certain things happen that may not be too apparent to us. But the truth is that if they rerun, if the statement that happened had not happened, that led to rerun, there was no way APC would have won that election.
That rerun was like a military affair.
Well, the Electoral Act is very clear. When the number of votes that were cancelled are more than the margin of win, you can't declare a winner. And that was the provision of the Electoral Act that INEC used to declare the election inconclusive.
You know, many would say that rerun was state managed by the federal government with intense military power, so it was hijacked and given to Oyetola.
Well, I wouldn't say so, but even the PDP people reach out to Omisore. It's just that because Omisore felt betrayed by the current governor, he refused to give the current governor the support. Don't forget that Omisore was the one who handed the senatorial ticket to the current governor in 2017 when APC denied him of the platform to run. And I understood from the information available to me, part of the understanding was that the governor would not run for governorship in 2018, having been given the senatorial ticket, because at the time he got the senatorial ticket, there was crisis in PDP, there was Alimo Dushari's faction, there was Makarifi's faction. Now, the faction that was recognized by the court at the time was the faction Omisore belonged to. But because of that understanding, he rallied the political actors in PDP in the state behind the incumbent governor, and that was how the man was able to defeat Aregbesola's candidate, even while Aregbesola was still the governor. And for me, I believe very strongly that was the beginning of the decline of APC fortune in Osun State.